Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know.
Study squad, it's me, Anjy. This is part 2. It's revision tips to help you get started with your revision. I don't really know what I'm going to call the video yet, but that's what we're going to do today. Key concepts and key profiles. Just the really key topics is what you need to master first. So, can I be asked to reach? It's quite a way. It's an arm reach away. I have record cards. Let's pretend I'm holding them for history and for each of the topics I do. So medicine, America, interwar, and Elizabethan England. I have maybe 20, a bit less than 20 flashcards on key figures, and I got it down. For physics, you might want to make some flashcards on the really key subjects, so Newton's laws, density. I would recommend you make a record card explaining all of the equations, but it's whatever works for you. Make sure that you have those key things on lock. Identify your weakness. I'm always saying use PLCs, checklist, PLC checklist. Make sure you know what you're not good at. I have, where is it? I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's in front of me. I have an A4 and it has a list of all my weaknesses in paper 1 biology, paper 1 chemistry, paper 1 physics. Know your weaknesses. Go watch those YouTube videos, go read the textbook, go listen to the podcast, go harass your teachers. Make sure you know what your weaknesses are, because the worst feeling in the world is when you're like, I should probably revise transport and building names in Spanish. And then you're like, I'm not going to revise it. Then the translation, your exam is asking you how to translate charity shop, and you're like, wish I revised that. You never want to have that I wish I revised that feeling, because it sucks. Make sure you're actually remembering it. Make sure you find a revision technique method for you. I'm going to make a video just explaining a bunch of revision techniques, and I'll probably make a single video on each of those techniques, because I am trying to help you guys, because exams are approaching very fast, faster than we're willing to accept. But make sure you find a method that works for you, depending on what type of learner you are, depending on what subject it is, etc, etc. Next, take a break. Don't overdo it. Today I was going to bang out a lot of revision, but I spent all of yesterday revising. So I'm going to do the maths that I need to do. I'm possibly going to do a little bit of physics if I'm in the mood, and I'm definitely going to do some history instead of the 10 subjects I was going to do. Make sure you're taking it easy. You don't have to be going on beast mode all the time. By this point, not this point, but the hypothetical 1 month point, you should know a lot of your content, so you don't have to break, because that's not useful. If you're overwhelmed and having a breakdown, you won't be doing your best in the exam. Check your answers. Something I do a lot of the time is I will just do questions and I won't be asked to check them, or if I do check them, it's a lot of effort to correct them. That's not useful to you at all. It's not useful to me, so make sure you're actually checking your work. Next, understand your mark scheme. Where is it? I have a history revision guide here, and they were so kind as to give us the mark scheme. Get your hand on mark schemes, have a one-on-one with your teachers and be like, hey miss, can we go through this mark scheme? I don't really know what's going on. Please explain, etc, etc. Make sure you know exactly what the examiner is looking for so you can give it to them. Next, master exam technique, okay? The closer it is to the exam, the less actual revision I plan on doing. I'm just going to be doing questions and questions and questions and questions. What I ended up doing for Spanish last year is, I think about a month before, I sat down in the library and I crammed the entire course again. And then from there, I was just doing practice, practice, practice. The day before every exam, I did like 2 or 3 papers, but not too many, so I didn't make myself feel bad in case it went wrong. But yeah, make sure you've got exam technique down. Time yourself. That's what we're doing in religious studies right now. Make sure you are up to speed, especially for subjects like humanities. You have to write a lot in a little bit of time, but you can't be babbling. You have to be concise. So make sure you're timing yourself, doing time tests, throwback to year 6. Take mock exams seriously. When I do maths mocks right now, I'm very chill. If I want to have a snack with me, if I want to watch some anime, like, that's not what I should be doing. By the time the exam comes, you need to be taking your mock seriously. That's what I will eventually start doing, because for English, for example, I like to have the text with me so I can make sure that I know everything that's good practice. But in the real exam, I'm not going to have my Pride and Prejudice with me. To rest well, sleep, eat, relax, binge watch. Like, if you have done the work you need to do at this point, just take it easy. I hope these tips are useful. As always, make sure you want for people, smile, subscribe, study hard, slay hard. I think this is actually going to turn into like a 4-part mini series of exam revision technique. We'll see, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.